Hey, what is going on YouTube? This is Robert, and today I'm bringing to the full drop list for this week, which is week 17 of the fall winter 20 season. Now this week I'm happy for once, because not only do we have the winter tees releasing this week, we also have the Chucky doll dropping finally. So yeah, I'm probably going to get high traffic again, but we will see how that goes on Thursday. But let's get into this list anyway. As always, if there are any changes to the list, I'll just leave sub community down below, or you can check Drops by Jay's Twitter, and yeah, that's pretty standard at the end of the day. So yeah, let's get straight into this. Okay, so let's briefly go over the tees on Supreme side, and then we'll go onto the drop list itself, just so you can see the full pictures. Obviously, the main highlight is going to be the Mariah Carey tee. Yeah, I'll probably just want one at the end of the day out of the tees. I'll take one of those. The other tees, compared to the mock-ups that we saw, they're not so much so as to what I am looking for, to be honest, in tees. But definitely this one, black large, I'll 100% take that if I can actually check out, if I can actually get it. I'll definitely take this tee, because I like to sort of now collect the almost like graphic or photo sort of tees that they have, and yeah, this would just be a cool one to pick up. I know the focus for this week is also going to be on the box logo tee and the Chucky doll, but yeah, I'll go Chucky doll first, then probably this, to be honest. We also have the blur tee. I've pronounced that before, I'm not going to try it again. We've got the crossbox logo tee. I think in a couple of colourways it will be okay, but in that red and yellow, you could possibly see it actually like sitting at retail or just above retail by like £10, just because, I don't know, these are really hard to like gauge. And yeah, with the Everywhere tee as well that's dropping, then we have the No More, you can read what it says, tee. We've got the Bear tee. It's okay, actually. The Chrome tee, large graphic on the back. Yeah, it's okay as well. And then we've got the Classics tee. So yeah, those are the tees, but let's get into the drop list. Obviously, as per normal, it's just going to say full list not out yet. If there are any updates, then you can see what the updates will be. But yeah, the top one is going to be the crossbox logo. As I said, I really don't know how this is going to do. I think that in specific colorways and sizes, it'll be completely fine. You know, there will definitely be that profit to it. But at the same time, I feel like it's got that brick aspect to it. I really do. I feel like it's got that brick side, you know. So yeah, I don't know whether or not I'm actually going to attempt for one of them, just because the pure fact that my mind is on other pieces that are dropping, specifically the Chucky doll, which I really do want, like I've said a ton of times. I'd love to just get this piece and just put it into just literally like a plastic like airtight container and just leave it be pretty much at the end of the day. Because yeah, I should have done that originally with my Kermit Medicom, but I didn't, and because of that, you know, aspects to it have started to age. But with this, I'd do that. I'll be honest, when I was younger, I did have an extreme fear for Chucky, just because of the pure fact that when I was very, very young, I got sort of locked in a room because I closed the door, couldn't reach the top of it. I put on Chucky thinking that it was like the Rugrats Chucky, but instead I had to sit through and watch Chucky instead. So yeah, I did not have a great time as of that, but for me, I really do just want this because I just think it's a really cool piece. They don't re-release many, I could say, like doll type pieces. The last piece that I can actually remember that was sort of like this is going to be the Camacho from 2003 or 4, I believe it is. So yeah, it's been a long time since we've had something of that sort of caliber, but that's why I really want it. The retail could be anywhere from like £88 to £118, because the standard ones retail, I believe, is about 60 or like 50 to £60. So yeah, Mariah Carey tee, like I said, black large, I'll take that and hold on to it. So yeah, with a new era balaclava dropping, I'd say just standard black colorway is pretty decent in it, and then the purple is also good. Grey is also a good contender for colorways. Balaclavas over the last couple of seasons haven't really gone down too well, but with it being the difference of it being a new era, it'll be different material compared to prior ones, which were Polotech. So we'll have to see. With the Classics tee, personally for me, the font's nice, but it doesn't really do anything for me past that. We have a Cordura small box 6-panel dropping. I mean, for personal things, the flowers or the roses, I love sort of things like that. So yeah, I like that colorway, but then just as a standard black colorway, it normally tends to do okay, but I don't know whether or not people will actually be going for these this week, just due to the fact of the tees and everything else that are going to be dropping. We then have the Bear tee. I think this one's one of the like better ones out of all of the tees. It'll probably be like the third for me personally in terms of like ranking them, with like, the box logo and Mariah are near enough at the top next to each other. It's just the fact that I prefer the Mariah more, just because I'd want to pick that up. But yeah, I'd say this is probably third for me. The graphics, large, and I do like it, so yeah. The next tee that's going to be dropping doesn't really do too much for me, to be honest. They've done this sort of different style of fonts and wording all over the place on a tee, either from last season or the season before, but that was all over. It was on front and back and everywhere, so yeah. It's a little bit played out doing that, but yeah. With the chrome tee, obviously they did a chrome tee before, but this one's just a little bit different. It's got like fire, I think, that is around it, and yeah, having two graphics is cool, but at the same time, it doesn't do a ton for me. With the blur tee, obviously I went over this. It's not amazing, personally. I think this is the Koyaanisqatsi tee, or that's how you pronounce it, I think. Obviously what it is like explained on the tee, but yeah, it's not for me at the end of the day. I think it would have been a bit better if it was just on the back, and then you had a smaller, like just Supreme or something on the front, but yeah. The tee that is at the bottom of the list currently is the Everywhere tee. Yeah, it doesn't really do too much for me either. Now moving on to the other lookbook pieces from this week, we're going to kick off with the rib pieces, being the hoodie and the sweatpant. Personal preference, I would probably say the black and the purple colourways are just the best in both of them. The grey is nice in the sweatpant, but apart from that, I don't think it's like amazing in the hoodie. It is better than the other two, but yeah. That's my personal preference for the colourway choice. We then have the Stay Positive button. Normally in the past you used to get like buttons and pins as like a freebie in your order, but nowadays I think you have to pay like £3 or £5 for them. I might end up doing that, but I would have liked to have both colourways, but yeah. We then have a Gore-Tex 700 Downfield Parka dropping. I'd probably just say the black colourway would be the best one. The olive isn't too bad. This print isn't amazing, but yeah, black or olive I'd probably say would be the best bet between these if you were going for them. But again, I think people are just going to be focused on the tees and Chucky this week. We also have the Chanel Appliqué hoodie that's going to be dropping. And yeah, it's not amazing. It really, yeah, it isn't. Colorway choices are great. Like you've got like a burgundy or magenta almost color. You've got like a teal, an orange, a natural, and a grey. Great, you know, colorway choices, but it's just not a great piece. With a snakeskin corduroy zip-up shirt. Again, I think I said during the lookbook when we first had it that if they drop this when they drop like the North Face pieces, it might have had a bit more support, but it's really not amazing snakeskin sort of style and design. And yeah, I was going to say like a colorway that I prefer, but I really don't in the end. So yeah. Lastly, for the final piece of this week, we have the textured stripe crew neck. Wow. Yeah, personally for me, this is not it. I think there are a ton of other pieces this week that you could definitely go for. If it is something that you prefer, then 100% go for it. But at the end of the day, it's really not great, like, choice of design and layout and everything. So yeah. But that is going to cover the list for this week. So personally for me, Chucky Doll is going to be my #1 priority. Then I'm probably going to go for the Mariah tee. Possibly a box logo tee, you know, could try a double cart of those two. Probably take an L on this, but I'd like to end up with at least the Mariah Carey tee and the Chucky. That'd be amazing. Other than that, Balaclava, depending on its price, wouldn't be a bad piece just to grab if you do take an L on anything else. And personal preference, I'd probably just say the Bear tee and then the Classics tee are probably going to be the two that people will go for. I mean, obviously, a lot of colourways will go across all of the others, but in comparison to prior seasons, like tees that we've had, these aren't really the strongest. More recently, the tees they've been dropping from season to season for like the fall and then the winter or the spring and summer, they haven't really been as strong as prior weeks, but yeah. I mean, that just happens at the end of the day, so yeah. But that is going to cover this video, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, like, much appreciated. Other than that, I will probably have an unboxing up during the weekend, hopefully, so instead, I'll see you all next time for the live cop. I hope that you have a good day, and yeah, that's just about it. Let's hope for a good week this time, like, just everything goes well and smoothly for once, but yeah. I'll see you all next time. Peace.